So here's the box it comes in. This is what's in the box, a nice case. And so now let's open it up. Has a nice little, feels like a suede hook right there. And this is what's inside. So the first thing I noticed was it feels a little bit smaller than the regular PlayStation 5 controller. But I mean, it feels good. It feels nice and heavy, and nothing's rattling around if you shake it a bit, which is always a good sign of quality. You don't want nothing loose in there. And you're going to feel those back buttons right away, the extra four that it comes with. The top has a Type C, and you can switch it to PS5, PS4, PC. So these triggers, they can be adjusted to like how far to go down by using that little thing on the back. I think it's called a clutch or something. So you can see they go all the way down, or if you reset them, they'll stop at the top. This right here is a profile button. I think you can have like 3 minimum or 4. You can switch from wireless to wired, but it is not Bluetooth. If you want wireless mode, you have to use this dongle that it comes with, which is, I mean, my headset, I know a lot of headsets use that, but it's kind of disappointing. I would like Bluetooth. So getting it to turn on was simple enough. I just plugged it in and made sure I had it in wired mode, and then it just connected to my console right away. Although it's weird because it did seem like you have to plug it in every single time. Like, if you turn it off while it's plugged in and then try and use it when I turn it back on, I had to unplug it and plug it back in. So this middle button under the touchpad is the function button. You can double tap it to mute your mic. It has something called a tournament mode. So you hold the function button and then you hold the profile button at the same time. You press them at the same time, it'll light up red and then start blinking red. It says this is to prevent accidental touches from like touchpad and options and share buttons and stuff. That way, I guess during tournaments you wouldn't press that accidentally to get disqualified. To quickly switch profiles on a controller, like if you want to have your keybinds moved around or dead zones and whatnot, you just press that button on the back to swap through them. So you can use the function button with the D-pad up or down to change your volume, but you can't do it like on a TV. It says you have to use like a headset. So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, my headset already has buttons I could just press if I wanted to do that. So it comes with this little fight pad attachment, which is kind of cool. I don't play too many fighting games. I think the last one I played was like Mortal Kombat 11. But I mean, yeah, you would just swap it out real quick. This little circle thing, these are called gates. They would go around the analog sticks. You can interchange them. I tried popping them out. They're kind of hard, honestly. These are different D-pads and analog sticks, and of course, this little screwdriver is what you use to tighten or loosen the swappable little input pad thingies. These just pop right off, so that's pretty cool if you want to change those. It has one of these. These are like those, I can't remember what the triggers are called. I remember having some, but I mean, it even shows like a little targeting thingy on it. And the second one is a more outward pushed analog stick. So, I mean, it's cool that they give you options. I think I honestly ended up preferring just the standard ones that the controller already had on them. So, of course, I'm going to try the D-pad next. So, you just kind of pop it out same way. It's a little bit harder, slightly, just because you got to get your fingers under there. But it's not too bad. And it doesn't feel like anything's breaking when you try yanking it out. So I'll try this regular cross one. So this pops in really easy. Just make sure it's facing the right way. Put the positive sign at the top and the negative at the bottom. Uh, that way to indicate like when you use the function plus the D-pad to turn up your volume, you know. So let's try swapping out the modules. So the left side, you can take it off easily, but you don't actually like you can't swap it to the right side. The left side is just always going to be your movement analog and your D-pad, but you can flip it upside down if you wanted. That's about all you can do with that one. I hope in the future you're able to buy new ones in case you start getting drift, but so far you can't. So this right side, I wanted to try the fight stick, which I mean, I just wanted to try putting it in because it's a cool modular design. I didn't actually play any fighting games. But yeah, it just pops right out, and then you grab the next module and put it in. I don't know what other modules they would make in the future. I don't think you need to make any other ones. But I mean, it's cool to have the choice. And yeah, it just kind of comes out. You can't put it upside down. I don't know why you would want to, but I was just checking. But yeah, you can see the ridges. So it'll have like two ridges on the bottom and one ridge on the top. So yeah, it has to go in a certain way. A headphone jack. Hopefully they continue to have those, unlike my new cell phone. And the nice thing about the case is if you do swap anything out, it seems like the old parts will just snugly fit in the case so you can just store it safely. So I've never gotten a Pro controller. I seen extra buttons and that was the main reason I wanted one. But they just keybind to buttons already on the controller. Like this one is X, this one is square, X and square, and I was like, why do I need X and square? I already have X and square. I can press those with my thumb at any time. So that was a little disappointing. That's probably my fault because I didn't know that. I've never had one. So to change the keybind, you hold down the profile button, and then you press the back button that you want to assign to something, and it'll blink like that, and then you press a new button. So right there, I just assigned it to R2. So now that back button will be R2. So one of them is circle. The one I assigned is R2 now. At the very least, I was hoping that I could assign it to two buttons, like X and circle or something. So I tried doing that right now. So right here, I tried pressing two buttons, but it doesn't work either. So they can only be assigned to a single button press. You can't even do combinations. So like you only see those combinations pop up because I was pressing them on the actual controller. So my problems with this are you can't wake up your PlayStation from rest mode with it in wireless or wired mode. I don't know if that'll be fixed in an update or if it's just like that. I did download the update off or the software off the Microsoft Store and updated everything. You had to upgrade the controller itself and the dongle itself, and they still just wouldn't work to turn on my console. Uh, the buttons on the back can only be key bound to other buttons on the controller, which, like I said, I'm not a big pro controller guy. This is my first one. But that just seems like the most pointless thing. Like, why would I need a keybind an extra button to like circle? At the very least, like I said, if I could at least keybind it to two buttons, like a X and a square, or triangle circle, or even like L1 R1, because that's how you use your supers in Destiny, that would be fine. But they only keybind to singular buttons, which is kind of pointless to me. And it would be nice if it was wireless with Bluetooth and not with the dongle. It does kind of suck that a lot of stuff uses dongle still. I just feel like we're so far in tech. Like regular PS5 controllers don't need dongles, so it's a little disappointing with that. Again, this ain't no review or anything, but just information that I wish I had before I bought this thing, and hopefully this helps some of you decide.